Meanwhile, while Macron's impressive prow cuts through the waves of world history, while Trump searches for the sleep lost to war, and Putin keeps lying and making faces, the front, in reality, remains absolutely stable and unmoving. As it turns out, in the midst of all this high-level peacekeeping commotion, legs are being blown off just as much as usual. Minds still have a fondness for the foolish contract soldiers of the Russian Ministry of Defense and are more than willing to make contact with them. Check out my Telegram channel. I haven't posted any frontline videos in a while simply because they are spectacularly monotonous. All these endless corpses, rotting faces, maggots and charred limbs. I suspect my subscribers have grown tired of them. But this time I posted something because there's a lot of fresh, vivid, and most importantly, very relevant material. This is exactly what was happening during the days of the peacekeeping frenzy. Everything is as it should be there. Charred bodies, the density of scattered corpses, burning equipment, and all the other attributes of that Putin-style happiness, the very things Putin loves so much and wants to keep going. There are a lot of important videos there and quite an important text beneath those videos. But I can only say that the epidemic of self-removals that began about 6 months ago has not only failed to subside, well, by the way, it hasn't gotten worse either. It's pretty much in the same state as it was 3 or 4 months ago. And there, if you happen to have such a strange desire, you can see for yourself. The point isn't about the losses. It's not about piles of corpses, but rather that there are such vivid, sharp, and powerful examples of the degradation of Putin's army that you simply can't ignore them. This is the most bloodless part of the Frontline Chronicle. There you will see how those who have made even the slightest mistake, or maybe are just weak or didn't share their money, are buried, just like in White Sun of the Desert, up to their chins. And then for 3 or 4 days, the entire unit urinates on the guilty head sticking out of the ground. There, just a bit further down in the Telegram channel, you will see how the leisure activities for the mid and senior officers of the Red Banner Army of the Russian Federation are being improved. Well, of course, they all want deaths. They want the sound of anal groans. But the enemy is far away. The enemy is cautious. The enemy is fierce. The enemy is out of reach. But really, why do Russian officers even need an enemy when they have all this at hand? Contract soldiers as cannon fodder, conscript slaves. They've invented a gruesome pastime in the so-called pits of the guilty, where they pit submissive men against each other and force them to fight to the death. Whoever kills is allowed to climb out and in fact is even given some beer or kissel. And whoever dies in this fight is buried right there on the spot. And in the video I have, it's exactly this fatal, deadly incident. This happened on the so-called Victory Day. Yes, that's right, May 2025. But it wasn't exactly the 9th. I think it was the 8th.